conversations, the shade, the late-night memes, and the fiery reunions. And just when the world thought she had vanished into the background, she suddenly reappears with a message that is raw, unfiltered, and dripping with uncut tea. The moment her video went live, comments exploded, some cheering her on for finally standing up, others dragging her for stirring drama that everyone thought had been buried. And here's the kicker. Jasmine didn't just tell her side of the story, she named names, exposed receipts, and hinted at secrets that could shake not just Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage, but their entire reality TV empire. Viewers are asking, is Jasmine bravely telling her truth, or is this one more play to stay relevant in the spotlight? Whatever the case, the tension is thick, emotions are running high, and this confession might be the spark that reignites a feud fans thought was long dead. And tonight, we're breaking it all down in cut, raw, and more dramatic than ever. The internet hadn't even had time to breathe before Jasmine's words sent shockwaves through every corner of social media. Within minutes, hashtags like hashtag Jasmine Speaks, hashtag Kirk Exposed, and hashtag RASHEEDA, React were trending. And fans were flooding comment sections with fire emojis, disbelief, and pure outrage. In her first ever uncut rant, Jasmine appeared live on Instagram, her face glowing under a ring light, hair slicked back, eyes sharp as daggers, and her tone unapologetic. "Y'all been painting me as the villain for years," she began, her voice steady, almost too calm. "But let's be real, villains don't exist without heroes who've been lying to you this whole time." That line alone sent thousands of viewers scrambling to screen record, repost, and speculate. Was she implying Rasheeda wasn't the angel fans believed her to be? Or was she calling Kirk out for orchestrating the entire narrative to protect himself? As she leaned closer to the camera, Jasmine dropped the first of many bombs. "Kirk didn't just cheat on Rasheeda with me. He promised me things y'all don't even know about. And while everybody was calling me a homewrecker, he was sitting at home pretending like nothing ever happened." The chat lit up instantly. "Girl, don't play with us." One comment read. Another shouted, "Drop the receipts, sis." And just when viewers thought she was bluffing, Jasmine reached off screen and pulled out a stack of printed text messages. Fans gasped in real time, their jaws dropping as Jasmine waved them at the camera. Taunting but refusing to reveal everything just yet. "Oh, I got proof," she said, smirking. "Y'all think Rasheeda knew the whole story? No. Y'all think Kirk told her the truth? Absolutely not. And I'm tired of protecting people who never protected me." Meanwhile, word spread to Kirk and Rasheeda's circle. Friends of the couple reportedly blew up their phones, warning them about the live video that was spiraling out of control. Screenshots were already circulating in group chats, and fans speculated whether Rasheeda was in tears or plotting her next move. One thing was clear, Jasmine wasn't just airing dirty laundry, she was setting the whole house on fire. And just when you thought she was done, she leaned back, crossed her arms, and said, "This ain't even the worst part. If I spill what Kirk told me about their marriage when the cameras weren't rolling, y'all won't look at them the same ever again." The suspense was unbearable. Fans were screaming in the chat, "Say it, Jasmine. And girl, don't hold back now." Some begged her to end the madness, while others egged her on, calling this the biggest love and hip-hop tea drop since the infamous reunion brawls. And as the numbers on her livestream climbed into the tens of thousands, Jasmine knew she had everyone exactly where she wanted them, hooked, hungry, and ready for the next twist. "Perfect, got it. Since the full main body needs to be about 5,600 words split into 4 continuous parts, 1,400 words each. I'll start building part 1, approximately equals 1,400 words right now. Continuing exactly from where the hook left off. I'll keep the tone sensational, dramatic, reality TV style, with dialogues, betrayals, emotional stakes, and fan reactions, just like you want. Each part will end naturally so the next one picks up seamlessly. Here's main body part 1, approximately equals 1,400 words." The comments section of Jasmine's live was moving so fast it was impossible to keep up. Hearts, emojis, insults, and cheers flooded across the screen. A digital firestorm that reflected just how polarizing this moment had become. Some fans typed in all caps, "We knew Kirk was a liar," while others fired back, "Jasmine, is doing this for clout." But Jasmine didn't flinch. She took a sip from her wine glass, eyes piercing the lens, and then dropped another revelation that had the audience gasping. "You know what's funny?" she said, her lips curling into a sly smile. The same man that was running back to Rasheeda every night, acting like the perfect husband, was the same man sneaking over to my apartment, telling me he was tired of living a double life. The chat exploded. Viewers demanded receipts. Jasmine's fingers grazed over the papers on her lap, and she picked up one text message printout, holding it close to the camera. The blurry screenshot showed Kirk's name at the top. "Baby, don't give up on me," the message read. "It's complicated, but I promise I'm going to fix it." Jasmine laughed bitterly. Complicated? That's the excuse he used while I was left to deal with the mess. And y'all wonder why I stayed quiet? Please. Meanwhile, across town, reports claimed that Rasheeda was blindsided. A source close to the couple allegedly revealed that Rasheeda was scrolling through her phone, in disbelief, mumbling, "Not again, not after everything." Those words alone had fans debating whether Rasheeda was heartbroken, furious, or secretly plotting her next move. Some speculated she might even pop up on Live herself, ready to shut Jasmine down once and for all. Others feared the marriage that had already been tested so many times was once again on the verge of total collapse. As the live rolled on, Jasmine doubled down. "I didn't want to do this, I really didn't. But since everybody loves to call me the villain, let's talk about the hero in this little story. Because y'all think Rasheeda is perfect. Nah, y'all think she didn't know more than she let on. She knew some of it. Trust me, she knew. She just didn't want to admit it to herself." This line was a bombshell. Fans erupted with mixed emotions, some lashing out at Jasmine for daring to drag Rasheeda into the fire, while others speculated that maybe Rasheeda's silence over the years wasn't ignorance but strategy. Could Rasheeda have known and chosen to stay quiet for the sake of the Frost family empire? One fan tweeted, "This changes everything. If Rasheeda knew, then the whole victim narrative doesn't hold up." Another posted, "Jasmine is wild for this, but why do I kinda believe her?" The drama reached a fever pitch when Jasmine suddenly leaned in, and with a trembling voice, said, "Do y'all know what it's like to raise a child alone while the father plays happy husband for the cameras? Do y'all know what it's like to get death threats? To be dragged through the mud, while he hides behind his wife's success? Y'all think I wanted this? No, baby, I was forced into it." Her words struck a chord. Even some of her harshest critics softened, typing comments like, "She sounds hurt fr," and "Okay, now I'm listening." Then came the twist no one saw coming. Jasmine claimed she had recordings. "You think these texts are all I got? Nah, I recorded him. Because I knew one day the truth would have to come out. And when y'all hear how Kirk really talks when Rasheeda ain't around, you'll understand who the liar really is." The mention of recordings sent fans into a frenzy. Twitter threads blew up with wild theories. Some fans predicted that Kirk had admitted to double lives, others thought he had trashed Rasheeda in private, and a few even suggested that maybe Jasmine was bluffing entirely just to stir chaos. Either way, the word recordings was enough to reignite one of Love and Hip Hop's longest-running scandals in the most explosive way possible. As Jasmine's live continued, her emotions cracked through the tough exterior. She wiped at her eyes, mascara slightly smudging, and muttered, "I was 20-something. I didn't know better. I believed him. And while I was painted as the snake, he got to keep smiling on TV, like nothing ever happened." Fans flooded her comments with both empathy and skepticism. Some called her brave for finally speaking out, while others accused her of weaponizing her pain for views. The tension was unbearably and exactly what Jasmine wanted. Behind the scenes, insiders whispered that Kirk was scrambling. Allegedly, he had locked himself in his office, frantically calling friends, trying to control the narrative before it spiraled. One insider claimed, he was saying, "She can't ruin us like this. Not again." Meanwhile, Rasheeda was reportedly on the phone with producers, demanding to know if Jasmine's accusations could spill into the show's upcoming season. Jasmine, sensing the rising chaos, gave one final jab before ending her live. "This ain't even half the tea," she said, smirking into the camera. "But if y'all really want the truth, stay tuned. Because once I drop the recordings, y'all won't ever look at Kirk and Rasheeda the same." With that, she ended the stream, leaving tens of thousands of viewers hanging, buzzing with speculation, and flooding Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with theories. In the hours that followed, celebrity blogs picked up the story, posting headlines like, "Jasmine breaks silence, Kirk exposed again," and "Rasheeda caught in the crossfire of Jasmine's explosive claims." Fans dissected every detail, pausing Jasmine's live to screenshot the texts, zooming in on Kirk's name, and replaying her emotional words over and over. The debate raged on. Was Jasmine a scorned woman finally telling her truth, or a calculated instigator reigniting drama for clout? The stage was set. Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage, already notorious for its roller coaster scandals, was back under a microscope, and the one person who had always been cast as the outsider, the villain, the other woman, was suddenly in control of the entire narrative. The moment Jasmine hit that end live button, the internet practically exploded. Screens across the country lit up with notifications as clips of her stream spread like wildfire. Fan pages uploaded full replays within minutes. Gossip blogs raced to craft headlines, and Twitter became a battlefield of opinions. Some defended Jasmine fiercely, saying she had been silenced for years and deserved to share her truth. Others dragged her, accusing her of timing this outburst just to stay relevant. But no matter which side people were on, one thing was undeniable. Jasmine had everyone talking again. Kirk, meanwhile, was reportedly pacing around the Frost household like a man trapped in a cage. According to one insider close to the family, Kirk kept muttering the same phrase over and over. "She's trying to ruin me. She's trying to ruin us." His phone buzzed, non-stop, with calls from producers, managers, and friends begging him to respond before the narrative spun too far out of his control. But Kirk's usual calm, calculated demeanor was cracking. For the first time in a long time, he didn't have the upper hand. Rasheeda, on the other hand, was in shock. Friends claim she sat in her bedroom, scrolling through Jasmine's live replay with trembling hands. At first, she shook her head in disbelief. Then her eyes filled with tears as Jasmine waved those text messages in front of the camera. "He really said that?" Rasheeda whispered to herself, her voice breaking. After everything, the reality of what the world had just witnessed began to sink in. It wasn't just gossip anymore, it was receipts. And those receipts had the potential to shatter the fragile trust Rasheeda had been trying to rebuild with Kirk for years. Later that night, fans spotted Rasheeda posting cryptic Instagram stories. A black screen with the words, "Don't play with me," then another, "You can't hide the truth forever." The posts vanished within hours, but not before fans screenshotted them and blasted them all over Twitter. The speculation intensified. Was Rasheeda preparing to leave Kirk? Was she about to clap back at Jasmine? Or was she simply lashing out in private frustration? The ambiguity only made the drama juicier. Meanwhile, Jasmine wasn't finished. Hours after her live ended, she posted a tweet that read, "Don't test me, the recordings are ready." Within minutes, her mentions were flooded with demands to drop the audio. "If you got it, release it, sis," one fan wrote. Another chimed in, "This is the kind of tea we live for." But Jasmine played coy, liking a few comments and retweeting others, knowing exactly how to keep the suspense at a boiling point. Behind the scenes, Rasheeda's family was reportedly furious. Her cousin allegedly called Jasmine a snake with Wi-Fi, while her mother supposedly warned Kirk that if even half of what Jasmine claimed was true, their marriage would never survive another scandal. Kirk's oldest son, Kai, was said to be fuming as well, slamming doors in the Frost house and demanding his father get a grip before the family name was destroyed once again. The Frost household was a powder keg of emotions: rage, betrayal, fear, all while the outside world dissected every word of Jasmine's broadcast. And then came the twist that took the drama to an even higher level. Late that night, an audio clip surfaced on a fan page. It wasn't clear if it came directly from Jasmine, but the voice unmistakably sounded like Kirk's. In the clip, a man's voice could be heard saying, "I can't keep doing this. If Rasheeda finds out the truth about everything, it's over for me." Fans lost their minds. What truth was he talking about? Was there more to the story than anyone imagined? The clip was only 15 seconds long, scratchy, and unclear, but it was enough to reignite speculation at full force. Jasmine quickly commented under the fan page's post, cryptically writing, "That's just the beginning." Fans went wild. Some demanded she upload the full recordings immediately, while others accused her of editing and staging the clip to make Kirk look guilty. But the damage was already done. The Frost family name was once again dragged into the mud, and Kirk had no way to stop the avalanche. Producers of Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, were reportedly thrilled. Sources said they immediately began reworking storylines for the upcoming season, realizing this real-life mess could become ratings gold. "This is the kind of drama we dream of," one producer allegedly bragged. Viewers are going to eat this up. Rumors swirled that cameras were already rolling, capturing Kirk and Rasheeda's raw reactions as the scandal unfolded. Meanwhile, Rasheeda's fans who had always been loyal began questioning her. Why did she continue standing by Kirk after years of humiliation? Why was she willing to endure more pain in front of millions of viewers? Some argued she deserved better, that her loyalty had been weaponized against her. Others insisted Rasheeda was too smart not to have known at least some of the truth. The fan base was divided, with hashtags like #Team RASHEEDA and #Expose Kirk trending side by side. But Jasmine wasn't done fanning the flames. The next morning, she posted a selfie with the caption, "Smile through the chaos." Fans immediately dissected every detail of the photo, from the smug expression on her face to the expensive wine glass perched behind her. It was clear Jasmine was enjoying the storm she had unleashed, and she wasn't backing down anytime soon. Kirk, cornered and humiliated, was finally forced to act. Reports claimed he called Rasheeda into their living room, trying desperately to explain himself, before the situation spiraled further. "It's not what it looks like," Kirk allegedly pleaded, pacing the floor. Rasheeda, arms crossed and eyes swollen from tears, shot back, "Then what is it, Kirk? Because the whole world thinks you're lying to me again. And right now, I'm starting to believe them." The tension between them was suffocating. Every word felt like another crack in the foundation of their marriage. Friends close to the couple revealed that Rasheeda eventually stormed out of the house, refusing to film anything until Kirk came clean. Cameras reportedly followed her as she drove to her mother's house, breaking down in the car and shouting into her phone, "I can't keep doing this. I can't keep being embarrassed like this." Those words, raw and unfiltered, painted a heartbreaking picture of a woman at her breaking point. And just when fans thought things couldn't get messier, Jasmine went live again the following night, this time with a mischievous grin and a folder in her hand. "Y'all wanted receipts. Let's get into it," she teased, holding the folder close to the camera. The live quickly shot up to over 50,000 viewers, as fans braced themselves for whatever bomb she was about to drop. The moment Jasmine pressed "Go live again," the energy was electric. Fans poured in instantly, their fingers racing across keyboards as the view count soared past 50,000 in the first 5 minutes. Jasmine leaned into the camera, flipping her hair over one shoulder, and smirked like someone who knew she was about to cause an earthquake. "So," she began, her voice dripping with confidence, "everybody's been asking me for receipts. Everybody wants to know if I'm telling the truth, or if I'm just out here clout chasing. Well, tonight, y'all are going to find out." She reached down and lifted a thick folder stuffed with papers and photos. The chat went into chaos, emojis exploding, comments flying. "Drop IT, sis. We ready? Rasheeda, watching right now, I know IT." Jasmine paused dramatically, letting the anticipation build before she slowly pulled out a printed screenshot. "This one right here," she said, holding it up to the lens. "This is Kirk, begging me not to leave him. Talking about how he felt trapped. Talking about how he didn't think Rasheeda really wanted him anymore." The screen filled with gasps and all caps comments. "What?" Kirk said that. Jasmine then read the message aloud, her voice dripping with mockery. "Please don't give up on me. I swear once things calm down, I'll make sure you're taken care of." She slammed the paper down on her lap. "Taken care of? Taken care of like I was some side project. This man had me out here humiliated while he was making promises he never planned to keep." Meanwhile, the Frost household was reportedly in full meltdown. Rasheeda, already furious from the first live, allegedly stormed out again after seeing clips of Jasmine's second broadcast surface online. Sources claim she screamed at Kirk, "You lied to me. Again. And now she's out here exposing you to the world." Kirk, scrambling, tried to insist the messages were old, taken out of context. But Rasheeda wasn't buying it. She threw her hands in the air and snapped, "It doesn't matter if it's old. The world is watching me get humiliated again. I can't take this anymore, Kirk." Back on Jasmine's live, she wasn't done. She leaned closer to the camera, her voice lowering to a dramatic whisper. "Y'all want the real kicker? He told me things about Rasheeda that would break her heart if she ever heard them. He told me he felt like she cared more about her brand than her marriage. He told me he felt like he was just a background character in her empire." The internet lost it. Fans couldn't believe what they were hearing. Was Kirk really saying these things behind Rasheeda's back? Or was Jasmine twisting his words to create chaos? Either way, The image of Rasheeda as the strong, loyal wife who held the family together was now under fire. Some fans pitied her, calling her a victim of Kirk's deceit. Others speculated she might have known and simply ignored it for the sake of the Frost brand. And then Jasmine dropped the bomb no one saw coming. She tapped her phone, grinned wickedly, and suddenly an audio clip began to play. The voice on the recording, low, unmistakable, filled with guilt, said, "I can't leave Rasheeda right now. It would ruin everything. But you know I love you, too. Just be patient with me." The live went silent for a moment, as if everyone watching had stopped breathing. Then the floodgates opened. Fans screamed in the chat, "Oh my God. Kirk is finished. Rasheeda needs to hear this." Some begged Jasmine to release the full recordings. Others accused her of manipulating or editing the audio. But the damage was already done. Kirk's voice, confessing love to Jasmine while tethered to Rasheeda, was now public. News outlets pounced immediately. Blogs posted headlines within minutes. Leaked audio allegedly captures Kirk Frost proclaiming love to Jasmine. And is this the end of Kirk and Rasheeda? YouTube commentators uploaded reaction videos dissecting every second of Jasmine's live. TikTokers made memes, splicing the audio with dramatic music and side-by-side clips of Rasheeda's past heartbreak on the show. The scandal was everywhere. In the middle of it all, Rasheeda finally broke her silence. She took to Instagram Live herself, tears streaking her face but her voice strong. "I'm tired," she said to her millions of followers. "I'm tired of being embarrassed. I'm tired of being lied to. And I'm tired of everybody thinking they know my life. At the end of the day, I'm human too. I hurt too. And I don't deserve this." Fans flooded her with love and support, typing messages like, "We got you, queen," and "Leave him, sis." But some couldn't help pointing out that Rasheeda had forgiven Kirk before, only to end up back in the same position. Backstage, production crews scrambled. They reportedly begged Rasheeda to keep filming, assuring her this would make the most explosive season yet. But Rasheeda wasn't interested in ratings anymore. She was shattered. "This is my life, not a storyline," she snapped, slamming her phone down. Still, cameras rolled outside her house, capturing her walking away from Kirk's pleas, her face set in stone as paparazzi shouted questions about divorce. Meanwhile, Jasmine basked in the chaos she had created. She tweeted, "And y'all thought I was lying." The tweet quickly racked up tens of thousands of likes. Critics accused her of being messy, but even they couldn't look away. She had successfully shifted the spotlight, turning the narrative from the homewrecker to the whistleblower. The Frost kids, however, weren't celebrating. Reports claim Kirk's daughter was furious at Jasmine for dragging the family into public scandal yet again. She allegedly wrote on her private story, "This grown woman out here destroying families for clout." The drama had officially spilled into every corner of the Frost household, leaving everyone divided and broken. As the dust settled that night, Rasheeda sat alone in her mother's living room, staring at her phone. She replayed the audio clip, again and again, each time flinching at Kirk's words, "You know I love you too." Her mother rubbed her shoulder, whispering, "Baby, enough is enough." But Rasheeda couldn't respond. Her mind was spinning, her heart shattered. The one question she couldn't escape was this: had her entire marriage been built on lies? And just when fans thought they had seen the final twist, Jasmine logged back onto Twitter with one last message. "If y'all think that was bad,